What's up, guys? Brian back to talk about some Game of Thrones and some spoilers from last night's episode. Season 6, Episode 9, Battle of the Bastards, Game of Thrones. If you haven't seen it yet and you don't want to know any spoilers, don't watch. But here we go. So we got Jon Snow teaming up with Lady Lyanna and a couple other forces. But we're going to highlight Lady Lyanna, and she's only been there for a couple seconds of the episode. She's there, but look at that smug face. It's such a great picture of it, too. She's got that resting bitch face look, but it's pretty great. There's the link, Yahoo article, if you want to read more about it. But basically, last time we saw Lady Lyanna, she was going to bring 62 guys to the aid of the fight against Ramsay at Winterfell, and they're from the shores of Bear Island. And she didn't want anything to do with Jon Snow, and didn't want anything to do with Sansa, but Davos talked some sense into her and brought him along, and she said, how many people can you bring? 62. 62 men. So actually those 62 men turned out to probably be a blessing to help her or help Jon Snow. Without that, and this whole meeting here doesn't go that way, Jon Snow's a dead man, most likely. So we'll highlight how that goes down. You might have missed it. You might have not. It's a small little thing, but we just want to highlight it a little bit. And we just talk about Lady Lyanna, the actress there. She's pretty awesome. We want to highlight her a little bit. She is a badass, so post your comments below if you like her too, or if you don't, whatever. But I think we like her. But basically, let's talk about it a little bit. So after 1-1, my boy the Giant heroically burst through the doors into Winterfell, which, again, if that doesn't happen, we don't even talk about this because he can't get inside. But Ramsay Bolton was inside. The 1-1, the Giant breaks down the door. Ramsay Bolton shoots an arrow in his damn head, and then Jon gets nuts. Up to 11 is anger mode in there too. We got that from the article. But basically, 1-1 dies, and it sucks because when you start to like a character, they die. But let's highlight 1-1 a little bit. He's freaking awesome. I was liking him. You know, really, the Giants are pretty cool just because they're different. They're taking care of the wildlings. He's the last Giant, evidently, on the show. Or the last Giant wildling left on there. So he doesn't make it out of the episode, so the Giants are gone. He breaks through the door, and you got to say he's pretty important too. So Lady Lyanna's people and the wildlings are pretty important too. So the force is Jon, and couldn't really do it without the help, you know. But my golden star goes to 1-1. Look at all those damn arrows in there too, and you almost feel like he should have lived, but you know, in Game of Thrones they be dying, so they get killed pretty quickly off, and once you start to like them, and you thought he might make it out right here until the arrow goes in his eye when Jon goes to like help him or something, and then Ramsay shoots an arrow in his eye, and you're like, freaking Ramsay, another thing that you just want to freaking kill this guy for. But so that's the way it goes. But let's talk about the Lady Lyanna connection here. So as Jon lurks forth, ready to rain down his blows on a smug Snowface, Ramsay picks up a bow and shoots the arrow in 1-1's head. There, Jon picks up the arrow, or picks up the shield. That's the big thing, that he picks up the shield before he can fire an arrow at him. And it's a bear shield from House Mormont. So it's a bear shield. It's from Lady Lyanna's people. So without her, she saved his life, because without that shield, he would have an arrow in his freaking head. So here's a picture of the shield right here. There you go. There's a bear on it. House Mormont, Lady Lyanna's people, who she's in charge of. That's just a little connection there that we like. It's kind of cool little part of the episode that happens really quick. A couple times, I think he shoots 3 arrows into it. And it's a pretty interesting little part that Jon picks up the bear shield. Like how little that shield is, by the way. But it runs down and then beats the crap out of Ramsay. And then Sansa sends the hounds on him, and no more Ramsay Bolton, thank God. But we just wanted to highlight this little smug face here too. But she's a good actress. It's got to go. She stole the show a little bit there too, but she's awesome. Hopefully we will see her again. Thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe. Post your comments below, guys. Is there any other things that you saw and noticed about that we should check out? Any other things you recommend? We only got one more episode left of Season 6, Game of Thrones. Thanks, guys, for the support. Check out our other videos, and as always, thank you.